I truly believe this is the right way to reward the lower volume players as well as recreationists, and not through rakeback increase and then trying to justify it with, yeah, it would be good for the games because it makes the game softer. I couldn't really believe it that someone would say it publicly. Nah, nobody would ever say that publicly. Let's crush. You've probably read already about the new reward system on Pokerstars. However, I would like to discuss a few things around the new rakeback system. I've been now reading a couple of messages and comments over the last couple of days, and I wanted to make sure that I'm able for you to shed some light on the new reward system. Before we get into it, I want to emphasize on the fact that Pokerstars did not tell me do this video. I'm doing this because I want to do it and I believe in it and I think it's great news. And I want to spread this as much as possible. Don't forget, of course, I will also address improvements if needed. In fact, I believe that we're not done yet and we can make things even better. And I try to communicate this with stars as much as possible. I'm listening to your feedback, of course. However, this is already a massive improvement for the players. And if you see it different, then I can't help you, and you should probably think about having some realistic expectations. Anyway, before we get into it, in case you haven't heard about the changes yet, let me give you a quick breakdown on what is going to change. You can now earn up to 65% in rewards. That's made up of 25% in rewards for the players in the main program, and up to an additional 40% for anyone who takes part in the monthly challenges. The levels are categorized from blue, the lowest, to black, with black being the highest and offering a core rakeback of 25%. Blue, the lowest, yet offering a 15% core rakeback. And before we continue, I would like to quote a very good summary of what a user shared on 2+2. I actually want to share it to you because he's summarizing, in my opinion, very nicely. Essentially, this new rakeback system is getting closer to the old Supernova rakeback. Of course, this means you have to put in some volume, right? I like that it's being very transparent. You will see how much you need to grind in order to unlock a certain chest level. Before that, it wasn't really clear what you need and what you get, so I really like that transparency. In addition to the 15 to 25% core rakeback in the main program, you have the chance to get an additional 40% through monthly poker challenges. This is the second part. This is where I need to explain a little further on how it works. You either get access to challenges, which will provide 40% additional rakeback, or 10%. Now, you might ask yourself, what determines whether you get access to 40% or 10%? First and foremost, and I think this is a great improvement, even though for me personally, it is bad, because I will get access to 10%. I think it's good that the 40% will be available for around 90% of the player pool. The established winning players will be eligible for the 10% challenges, and the remaining 90% of the players, they will get access to a whooping 40% in additional rakeback if you manage to complete those challenges. Also important to clarify, the requirements to unlock those 40% are going to be challenging, yet achievable, depending on the stakes and volume. So even a silver player has good chances to unlock 40% additional rakeback. What does it mean overall? Remember, with the old Supernova and Supernova Elite system, only the top and high volume players had realistic chances to make it to Supernova or Supernova Elite and benefit from the massive rakeback. With the new system, this is something I personally really like, and I know some of you might not agree with that. This is now available to much larger pool. The rakeback might not be as high as it was for Supernova or Supernova Elite, even though it's actually getting quite close. But low stakes grinders now having the chance to get 40, 50 or even 60% more in rakeback, which is pretty sweet in my opinion. I'm the believer we should incorporate systems that benefit the majority and not only the top players. Don't forget, I personally lose a lot of money not being able to qualify for 40% additional rakeback. I mean, I'm not really losing it because it's still an improvement, right? However, compared to the previous years, it is still so much better. And even a bigger increase for others, which actually makes me happy. This makes it very attractive for a huge chunk, actually for everybody, of the player pool, which creates, in my opinion, a healthier ecosystem, a higher volume, people play more, also recreation is benefiting from it, having an overall much more pleasant experience and very likely increasing their volume, making the game softer, tournaments having more entries, bigger guarantees, etc. I think it has a lot of positive snowballing effects. I see a lot of benefits in the new system, not only in the immediate short term through more rakeback, but also in the long term due to a much healthier ecosystem as I just described it. I truly believe this is the right way to reward the lower volume players as well as recreationers, and not through rakeback increase and then trying to justify it with, yeah, it would be good for the games because it makes the game softer. I couldn't really believe it that someone would say it publicly. Nah, nobody would ever say that publicly. I want to address a few more comments and messages I've received. This new rakeback system has been tried for the last couple of months, and you might have been part of it. It was selected randomly to gather feedback. So you might have enjoyed 40% through the monthly poker challenges, and now you have been put into your proper category in case you have been established a winning player, which means you will get now access to 10%. Again, this was just a try period, and you should have not been eligible for the 40% in the first place. It was just a try. You have been randomly selected, so be grateful for it. Now, the new system is live and you've been put in the correct category in case you were a long-term winning player. I also want to address something else. The fact that some of the challenges might not be available in your country. I'm surprised why people get angry towards stars. How about you start using this thing here, like here, between your ears? This has regulation reasons, and not because Stars doesn't like your country. Stars would benefit if they would be able to offer all of their services, promotions, and challenges in your country. I know you might think, oh, this is not so fair, but life is not fair. It is, of course, bad for them if they can't offer their full range of services. Think about it. Every country has specific regulations and requirements for Stars to operate in your country. In Germany, for instance, you can only play, I think, up to 4 tables. In other countries, Stars is not allowed to offer certain challenges. It is what it is and not in Stars' power. Accept it. Be angry towards your government, but stop complaining about Stars. I'll keep an eye on further developments as well as your feedback, and I will address it immediately. I'm sure there might be some more questions left. Feel free to drop it in the comments, and if needed, I can record another video if there's something more important to address. I hope you guys are happy as I am, and then see you at the tables.